the scribe. Let's play my Xbox Series X probably. Yeah, I should have played it. And of course my phone turns on. What the hell's wrong with it? I really don't know. Okay. Put that matter in there. Keep that. Alright. Alright. I keep this saved there just in case.
Wasting your time trying to stir the nobility of the city. We are at war.
I hardly have to stir them at all. Your sister murdered... Maybe not. But I can keep it from you.
With everything I found on Gaspard, I'm sure Briala can effectively rule the Empire.
I doubt anything in the world, let alone inside the palace, could put the rabbit in power.
The testimony of the Ferelden mercenary you hired to stage a...
The word of a mercenary willing to speak out again.
You've made you...
Don't worry, Your Majesty. You'll find you can endure them.
If the two of you work together, the Empire can only benefit.
Oh yes. A future of cooperation is surely what you've arranged here, Inquisitor.
I'm not about to forget your part in this. The Inquisition will have all the support I can raise. I promise. The elves of Rolais have a future. For the first time in centuries. If only Celine, my people will find a way to repay you. I promise you.
You don't need to repay me.
I pay my debts, Inquisitor. But we're keeping our new Emperor waiting. Go give the nobility the good news.
Lords and ladies of the court, it is done. This was not the end any of us would have chosen, but the civil war is over. We stand here as proof of the Empire's fortitude. Our enemies must learn that Olay shall not fall to treachery. We will never surrender our Empire. We shall teach them the finality of this truth with steel. With the Inquisition, we will drive the demons back into the Fade. The Maker himself could not protect them from the wrath of the Lion.
Stand with me, and become the saviors of a grateful world.
Gather your soldiers, my friends. The Empire marches to war.
Here, at last, I find our absent hero. Hidden away, despite the efforts of all Orlais, to find you. The elves raise glasses in your honor while the newly crowned emperor glowers. 'Tis quite the spectacle.
Everyone suddenly wants to talk to me. You, at least, I'm glad to see.
Then I have happy news, as you shall be seeing a great deal more of me. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison To the Inquisition. Gaspar wishes to offer any and all aid to the one who supported his ascent to the throne. So, here I am.
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Gaspar never liked my attempt. Regardless, Corypheus is...
What skills do you have that would benefit?
I have no... mundane.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many. Knowledge alone does no harm.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
I can't believe you escaped before me. A fat count insisted on talking about soup for 15 minutes. We can return to Skyhold whenever you like. The sooner the better. Is something wrong?
Things went according to plan for once. I couldn't be happier.
It is a bit of a surprise, isn't it? We will need to put the soldiers at Skyhold on alert. Better to be safe.
Wait. There is one thing we must do before we go. May I have this dance, Lady Cassandra?
A dance? After all we've been through tonight?
Can you think of a better way to celebrate?
I suppose this isn't terrible.
Two leaders joined together.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lord Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
Just when you've solved one crisis, another springs up to take its place.
I am sorry to place this burden on your shoulders, but you are the only one who can help. With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Josephine has already told you this is impossible.
You must... Don't let...
Got some new stuff.
Here, I'll sum it up. Of course, sir. Please don't call me that. Yes, sir. Oh, my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halam Shiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
How's it going? Do we have what...
I think
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral?
there... I couldn't suggest how.
Yeah, I definitely got some new stuff here.
Nothing? Unfortunate.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra?
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
How can you and Liliana be candidates?
It's not... Liliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
If they'll pick non-priests, why am I not a candidate?
If they name... I just don't know why they believe Liliana or I would be any better.
Why even consider it? Who cares about the Chantry?
I can... Sure, the Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the...
The Chantry has failed, Cassandra.
I want... But it needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Your determination is admirable.
Some men would call it an unattractive trait.
I'm not those men.
Truer words have not been spoken.
Who's using flattery now? You're not the only candidate. What about Liliana?
Liliana says Liliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
What would you change about the Chantry?
That is what I would change.
We have more important things to worry about right now.
One day we...
But that's not today.
I suppose that is... The sight of you warms the heart.
So, you're a candidate for
So why should what I want matter?
Why shouldn't it matter?
So I look upon this as an opportunity. I owe it to myself and all of Thedas to seek the Sunburst throne.
There are other ways you can change things.
Perhaps. I may not have a choice in the matter if the Chantry clerics pick another.
I was hoping we could spend...
Chantry is nothing but a propagandas.
You are quite distracting, you know.
Do you have...
It seems that Coryphia searches for elven art. That's whatever advantage she hopes to gain.
That's enough for now.
We shall... The sight of you warms the heart.
Why does it mean I'll take this to its bedroom? Made no sense. Not really just yet. Yeah. Judgments to tend to.
There is an issue that you should address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
Your worship. The nobles will lose the men.
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but at least under the Qun you don't get everyone tripping on each other. The politicking we saw at Halam Shiral might seem pointless, but it's the beating heart of the Empire. The winner of the game is the one who best builds alliances, controls what's discussed, and what's decided. So it rewards manipulation. Pleasure as always, boss.
That really made no sense, but it does not.
Inquisitor. Unlikely. Heard someone spitting.
See? What did I tell you?
I need to build up an empire.
My what? It's nothing. It's just the figures we are courting, the power at play.
You're still on about the champion. That's over and done.
The people on whom history pivots. Their influence is felt even in their absence.
Right. Were you a philosopher or something useless like that?
Something like that.
Thank you.
They're dating.
One for the Empress. For Gaspar. Brianna. Duchess. And Christopher. Right in the dangle bag.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I don't know. Want to stop a party, I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things. With their little... You know, that and Briala being an idiot. The whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
There was a lot more going on than a lover's spat.
Hey, it's you again.
Oh, cool.
Right. That's why.
And to speak with my lieutenant. Speak with my...
Of course. I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
Orlesian nobles see politics as a great competition.
Yes, but none of them ever win.
Should have some nice viewers soon.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
What did you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks. Everyone had them on their faces.
Those weren't their faces.
Yes,
Still behind the curtains in the reading room, watching the blood pool on the floor. Yes.
A list from Lady Cassandra. Commander.
What is it this time?
I don't know. She sealed it in an envelope and glared. I didn't dare open it.
I'd be perfectly happy. It wasn't the gossip and backstabbing. I know what the game entails. But the indifferent.
Showing interest reveals weakness.
No doubt you... that Gaspard rules a country. The divine influences half a continent.
Is there...
My senior officer, having Of course, I'd wager our own recruits are...
What do you think?
Who do you mean? More importantly, they relied on each other.
It is.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
I'm pleased you had a good time.
Political gambits, broken promises, half-truth, and motivation. In any event, Gaspar should be a steadfast ally. Briala will keep him in check, and look after the elves.
I hope Briala is able to use her position to help our people.
Our people? Who are? Oh, you mean elves? I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Nor should you. You're not defined by the shape of your ears. They're not your people.
No, they are not. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Briala is doing quite well on their behalf. She is an admirable woman.
She's done good work. Hopefully with our help, she can help them even more.
Yes. However much I identify, or fail to identify, with her people, Briala's efforts have been remarkable. She organized resistance against a powerful enemy, using only her wits and the resources at hand. That demands respect, especially in a world where most would look at her and only see a pair of pointed ears. Lathaline. He will need to demonstrate that...
Well, he's very mad and pissed about it.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Happy to oblige. A taste of home, just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family. I hope you tried the ham they were serving by the...
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. I am able to pursue... Yes. So it's... Of course, with the other candidates out of the pic...
They must be desperate.
Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to...
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And the... A message from Divine Justinia.
Dead people usually don't send messages.
And I see this... I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the way...
Do you know what you're looking for?
If I'm lucky, she will have instruction.
You take your instruction.
There are days when I still look to her for advice.
I'll help you way out.
What? I shall... Did you need something?
You seem to...
I have made friends. I first met her when we were traveling with the hero of Ferelden. We never really got to work with her.
I had arranged to obtain one, but the Chevalier...
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything.
They're quite rare, and... You, my dear, would...
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivienne.
The matter is private. That is...
You want me to risk...
You wouldn't want me to speak about your men...
I'm not a hunter. What?
Since my Chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need...
I'll do what I can.
Thank you. I shall...
Whatever is the matter this time, dear?
I need to have a few words. They've claimed free... Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you want to talk about me?
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last... But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the winter...
No one can say the evening wasn't memorable.
No. I must... How could the Empress of Orlais be taken in by the Duchess's plot?
Powerful or not, even an empress can't know everything.
No. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
At least all this tedious maneuvering got us something.
Tedious maneuvering caused the death of an I fear we... I was hoping you'd be by. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
Then the Inquisition's deeds have won their respect.
They'd never had contact. Our King Marcus asked the same, but demands we...
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strange as their relationship with Orlais is, their friendship is difficult to win.
What sort of man is the King of Navarra?
Still, he is a Pentagast. Their dynasty...
As a Pentagast, will Cassandra be upset if we don't help her relatives?
With all respect to Sigurd Pentagast,
Why is the ruler of...
few monarchs relish a self-styled god showing up to claim their throne.
Tell the Archon the Inquisition will do Tevinter the favor of wiping out the Venatori on its borders.
Very good, Inquisitor. It's good to see you.
What do the people...
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't opened.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Marquise Hedinel is here, but Her Grace sends her apologies for missing dinner. Allergies, I'm afraid.
Allergies to what?
Wheat, eggs, honey, meat, most fish, some poultry, and even peppers, Tevinter fruits, and every nut.
Okay.
What does the Marquis subsist on?
Spite, according to her siblings, as the Marquise had the fortune to be firstborn of her family. Try to avoid invitations to any of their luncheons.
That is so funny and weird at the same time. I need to choose something.
Your worship, we are grown.
Herald of Andraste, what would you like to know?
Tis a lot. Now it is party to events that threaten.
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold.
This fort... They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from those. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge.
I appreciate whatever help you...
Some... I understand you have spared the Grey Wardens from destroying what goodwill was left them. 'Tis good of you, considering... Still, should a true archdemon one day arise...
Now that you've seen the Inquisition up close...
'Tis... Oh, I wonder if Corypheus suspected what he was...
We have to defeat him first.
Beware the heights you...
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah, yes. Once... 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a...
It's odd that an apostate could live so... openly.
Naturally, it helps to have...
You were in Ferelden during the Blight?
The Blight began in the Kukari Wilds, so yes, I experienced it. And after that, I came to Orlais.
The Orlesian court seems like an odd place.
The moment Celine perished...
I leave you to...
Oh. I imagine your forces will trust me when I say that wherever...
What work?
I wonder if the... If I learn of its origin, I may also learn what Corypheus now in...
I could use your company for my excursion.
I thank you for the invitation, but for now I...
Do you know anything about his dragon?
It has the appearance... His dragon is something else, So yes, Corypheus.
Corypheus says I'm a rival. Does that mean...
Could you become a god? That depends. Are you prepared to use your anchor to enter the Black City?
If the anchor would let me do that, absolutely.
Then Corypheus is correct. You are a rival.
However you can help, it's appreciated.
Continue prodding at Corypheus, Inquisitor. Elicit a reaction.
I'd like to know more.
If you have questions... Wandering the gardens, I see.
What work have you...
Currently. If I learn of its origin, I may also learn what Corypheus now intends, as well... Continue prodding at Corypheus, Inquisitor.
It's good to see you. There's scarcely a noble... Who did you mean? It's good to see you. There's scarcely a...
It's lies, you know. I didn't say anything. I wouldn't. Fairbanks is still out there. It's lies. You'll all see.
Is it so bad that he has a name and a face?
That's not what he is. Who he is. Not to me.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed. Do you know what I did?
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting, and I turned around. Went inside. Closed the door. I could have told my father. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You said you were just a boy.
I was... We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
So you're upset about a dog that died decades ago?
You gonna tell me?
That went well.
The Dales are coming. We can try to go back.
The Spy Master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Track him down. He's needed here.
Sister Leliana had us search the Warden's quarters. It was me.
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent, you are set. Do you have it? Very well.
Oh, this is grim.
Poor bastard.
Stop! A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given, and he followed them like any other soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Oh, shit.
Blackwall! No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years. I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine.
Get the condemned to scrap them then. Wait.
Can you believe it? Tom Rainier.
You must know something about Rainier.
I know what everyone knows.
Where did they take the prisoner?
In the jail. It's a damn mess, but believe...
And I have my thing back. Thank you. My favorite stab.
saved that man. That took courage.
Courage? I killed innocent people. Destroyed Mornay's life and the lives of others like him. One moment of courage will not make up for that. Why are you here?
I needed you to know you aren't alone in this.
Don't you understand?
I know you're more than what you say. Have some faith in yourself.
Yes.
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met at the tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing. A waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Val-Chavan for the joining. The Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a dark spawn, and fill a vial with its blood. When I returned, I found an ambush by more of the creatures. He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
It was a heroic act, stepping between you and a darkspawn.
I wasn't worthy. So, Rainier.
Who were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlesian army. One mistake.
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I couldn't let another die for my mistake.
I need to know the details of what you did. Who you...
I betrayed the man. Robert killed himself.
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't. I told just as your men trust you.
Armies are weapons. Weapons don't wield themselves.
Weapons don't have lives.
My reports say that Collier was with...
No matter how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game.
That shouldn't be how wars are fought.
You're right.
There's another thing I'm still wondering.
Yes. Yes.
I have Liliana's report on Tom Red.
This is helpful, or at least educational.
Don't blame yourself. We all made this mistake. What do we do now? Blackwall... Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
Time to break him out, Jill. I'll help her soon. Oh, bloody hell. Lonely. Right, time to help out and break him out. Yeah, wrong door. Right door, actually. Yeah, right door.
time to plan our next attack.
Ambassador...
And
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
perhaps
His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee.
they've
Fortunately, I can assist. This. I restored this one at great cost.
This belonged to my people?
I found legends of an elven temple.
Oh, I'm about to save him.
I call it the Crossroads. A place where all...
A useful trick.
As for the rest, a few...
How did you find out?
Once. Not all the mirror...
If they don't lead back to our world, though.
But only for a time.
What do you mean?
With a key.
I suppose you...
I have knowledge as well. You have...
Very beautiful. Not ready just yet. Still got more things to tend to. Nope, not yet. No, I'm not ready yet. Okay.
With the Civil War over, Orlais is focusing on rebuilding.
A large number of stuff.
Inquisitor. At your service.
Elfin runes, huh? Okay. Time to judge things. Yeah.
It was interesting to see how much has changed in Halam-Sharal. And so little. Madame Méprise is a fixture. The sun will grow cold before she retires.
It's right there. I don't really see anything right there. Huh, okay. Perfect way to save.
judgment this day, Inquisitor. I must present It was no small expense to bring him here, but the decision of what to do with him is now yours.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. Your soldiers took control of the prison. Some of the guards were killed. Men just doing their jobs. A waste of life.
I wish there'd been another way, but my options were limited.
You could have left me there. I accepted. Why would you stop it? What becomes of me now?
Blackwall intended you join the Wardens. I will let them decide your fate. But only when Corypheus is dead. For now, Tom Rainier, the Inquisition needs you.
As you command.
Blackwall gave you the chance to atone through action, not merely punishment. I find I can do no less.
I am grateful for this, Inquisitor. And I will serve for as long as I can.
Oh my god.
First, this wasn't my idea. It is Halam. Had she been tried, her assets would be forfeit and considerable bureaucracy avoided.
Are you serious? I did my part. She's dead. I call for rehabilitation. The Skull should do public theater about the evils of evil. I also judge the box. End table for orphans.
That's quite enough, Inquisitor. Point taken.
That's funny. Made no damn sense. Bucks.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor? How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Everyone needs something to aspire to.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
Is there anything you actually know about the Wardens, or did you make it all up?
I made very little up. I also feared you knew enough to contradict me. Warden Blackwall told me a bit before my initiation, but it is a secretive order. Not even the most senior wardens know all there is to know.
Now we know why you were never worried about Corypheus's calling.
Yes. I have none of the Warden's abilities and none of the drawbacks. Still, I would have fought through the darkest pits of the deep roads like any... There's more to it than being able to sense darkspawn. Warden Blackwall.
The Wardens at Adamant listened to you. They saw you as one of their own.
Perhaps it takes an outsider to show how much of yourself you've lost. I never understood the reality of being a warden. I only saw the ideal. I suppose I reminded them of something they'd forgotten.
You have a lot of respect for the Wardens.
They take all I needed to believe something like that was...
Why did Blackwall want to recruit you?
You never told me. Didn't know I had an audience.
Did you start a fight while drunk?
Maker, no. I wasn't drunk, but I was trying to get there. So, something had to be done. The war in Olay has claim too many lives.
What do you think of the...
I just know that you could shake this...
You must have...
Don't play...
Inquisitor?
I just know that you...
Lily, I pity her sometimes.
I don't think that's Elven.
I have to learn if I'm to ingratiate myself to the new power in Halam Shiral. How hard could it be?
For you, evidence is leaning toward plenty.
Just as I remember it.
You didn't tell me you'd been here before.
After the... I needed her wisdom after the hero of Ferelden died.
So where's this hidden treasure?
Straight to business. Sister Natalie?
No. I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lord, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
You owe me 20 readings of the Canticle of Trials for that insult.
He doesn't mean it.
Yeah, I like having jokes.
Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something... Oh, I don't... Justinia's letter came with instructions for me. They were a little cryptic. Sprung from a barren branch. That light has no fear of darkness. Above all, that strength lives in an open heart.
She must be hinting at something in here. Let's look around.
Every Friday, that canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Yes, of course. Never give up the tradition.
That one's quite literal. But Justinia always said that compassion was my greatest strength. Doubt is evil. It takes courage to trust. I stare up at the breach sometimes. It's terrifying, but beautiful in its way.
It is beautiful.
What was that? Looks like we opened something. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Good old Liliana was playing you the whole time. Didn't you realize?
They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she? Victoire was always an opportunist.
Who is this Grand Cleric?
I suppose now, with Justinia dead, and Victoire thinks she can ally with them.
We don't have to be at odds, Natalie. You could come with us. Join the Inquisition.
I was called to serve the Grand Cleric. I will not betray her. Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
We don't have to kill her.
No. I must protect the Inquisition. She is an enemy.
I see what you've become. The righteous stand before the darkness, and the Maker shall guide them.
No! This can't be it. There's nothing here.
Check again. Perhaps the box itself is a puzzle. She seems the puzzling sort.
No, it's just an empty box. There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but...
She apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
all this time, but she needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
Sacrifices are necessary. You know that.
I know. Justinia tried to say there is work.
Something you wanted to talk about? You want to talk about... No.
Your worship.
Inquisitor.
Let's look around.
Your worship. Baron Edouard Desjardins thought this might be useful.
reports up.
There's a story here, and I don't know what it is. That bothers me more than it should.
Maker have mercy.
Dalish. They've been murdered.
Most were unarmed. They didn't stand a chance.
There should be Inquisition soldiers here. These are our men. search them. Maybe we can figure out what they were after. Corypheus's men had part of a seal. Do they even know what it opens?
Whatever it is, it wasn't worth killing those elves. A friend of mine once told me about the Emerald Knights. Apparently they had fierce eyes and great pointy swords. She lacked a flair for dramatic description.
Elfie stuff is always a ruin. Wonder why that is. Oh, right.
let me try.
Let me do it.
Let me try.
Allow me.
wonder what the elves left here. It's an account of Red Crossing. When the elves attacked that town, it prompted the exalted March of the Dales.
Carifibut thought this was something good, but it's just the same old rubbish. Give it to a Dalish or whatever. They'll pretend it was worth it.
The Chantry would no doubt be interested in the account as well.
found something about Red Crossing in Dinan Hanim.
You explored Dinan Hanim? Remarkable. So many have tried and failed. If you went to the Emerald Graves, did you see Tavin and the others?
They were killed. I'm sorry.
I am too. Sorry, but not surprised. Thank you for bringing this to me. It is part of our tale and will be cherished. Dareth.